I'm Richie Bamlet, Urban Forest Manager with City of Chico, and we're going to be going on a little tour of the tree canopy in Cape Acres. There were 27 trees that we surveyed. 21 of them we deemed needed some kind of work, and of those 21, 17 were classed for removal. So those trees were deemed to be really too unsafe. I wouldn't respond to any tree trimming. The chance of them falling down were not on an acceptable level for me, so we made the difficult decision to take those trees down. I will take a look at some of those. So to my right, we can see one of the giant valley oaks that we have within the park, and this may be one of the tallest trees that we have. Valley oaks grow to over 100 feet tall. This tree is 110 feet tall, and as you can see, it has long, towering branches that were running all the way through and running out and hanging long and heavy, hanging in hanging in a horizontal position. And that's the typical type of branch that just cracks without any warning. Usually on a hot summer day when it's still and calm in the afternoon. And guess what? That's when the park is the busiest. So it's really not a phenomena that we're happy having in the park. So I can't control the temperature, but I can control the weight and the length of those limbs. So that's what we were focusing on this week. So every tree was labeled. And as we can see here, so this tree is number 102. So every tree was measured for its height, its diameter, and you can see this tree is ginormous. So we want to do everything we can to hang on to this tree for as long as possible. Cape Acres is a wonderful place for the kids to play. They come to seek play among nature, and these big fellas are providing that experience for everybody. So we took a full assessment of every tree. We're looking for any deformities, any evidence that the tree is under stress. We're looking at the foliage. We're looking at evidence of rot. And also previous breakout. Okay, so some of these trees do have a history of breaking out, and kind of like the 3 strikes rule, if a tree has a history of repeatedly losing limbs that are large and can cause damage, that tree is now going to nominate itself to be a candidate for removal. And that's what happened to these 2 trees behind me. You can see right now that these 2 trees have now been turned into what we call megaliths. These were also 2 valley oaks. These 2 trees had a different form to the 2 that we've seen earlier. These 2 trees were in severe decline. And if I want to use a technical term, in arborist circles we use the term synchronous cohort senescence. Okay, so that's a fancy way of saying these 2 trees were slowly dying together. Not an acceptable thing to have happening in a busy park where people are sitting underneath, they're passing through to go to the restrooms. They both had a history of large breakouts. So suddenly dropping limbs without any warning. You can see along the top rail of the cyclone fence, you see the various dings and bends. They were from branches. You see there's another one there, that's another ding. All around the perimeter of the park, we see evidence of where limbs fell, totally unannounced.